Okay, 3.10. Solve the equation for x. Okay, I'm going to make the 8 boxes, but I'm going to use 4 boxes per problem. So this is example 1, and down here will be example 2. So I have to solve for x. I have negative 2 parentheses x plus 3 minus 2x equals negative 63. Alright, so here's the equals. Well, the first issue we have is a parentheses, so I put it times dot, and I write negative 2 twice, and then I circle my plus, I put a 1 in front of the x, so I'm going to times it by 1x, and then times it by 3. So I put x down, negative 2 times 1 is negative 2. Don't put x there. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6. So I go back to the big equation. I line up my equals straight down. Now I go to the side that had the parentheses and drop my plus straight down, and I put negative 2x and negative 6. Now cross out the parentheses and the negative 2. That's gone. Now we still have minus 2x, okay, from there. And then negative 63. Now the parentheses are gone. But we still can't make our wall because I see 2 x's right there. So they're on the same side of the equals, so I use my v. Okay? Draw your v. So we have negative 2 is the first x. Then I always go plus. But the second x I need to make plus negative. So I'm going to take negative 2 plus negative 2. It's negative 4. So I put x down, and I just added those two. I got negative 4. Then I plus negative 6. And over here we have negative 63. Now it's much easier. The wall can now be made times. You have to get your negative 6 to a 0, so you'd have to go forward 6. So plus 6. Then I go to the number over here, the negative 63, and plus 6 there. Okay, so over here I've still got negative 4 times x. That's all I have though. And then negative 63 divided by, or negative 63 plus 6 is negative 57. Okay, now the last step, I see times, I need to divide by negative 4. So negative 57 divided by negative 4 is 14.25. So there's a solution for x. Okay, example 2, we got negative 7x plus 3 parentheses x minus 2 equals 34. Again, you're always going to have a parentheses on today's assignment. So the times dot with the 3. Okay, make that a plus negative and put a 1 there, okay? So I take 3 times 1x and then 3 times negative 2. So I put x down, 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times negative 2 is negative 6. So I line up the equals 34. Now that plus sign, you carry that straight down. 3x on this side, negative 6 on the other side. Now cross out the parentheses and the 3. Now you've still got this plus negative 7x, so I have to carry that down, okay? Alright, now you've still got 2 x's. You need to simplify the equation so the x appears once. Well, connect them, right? Add. So equals 34. Now what am I adding on the other side? Well, I need to add negative 7 plus 3. 3 is positive. So it's negative 4x. And we still got the plus negative 6 without the x. Okay, so I've got times negative 4. We have to take the negative 6 to a 0. I would move forward 6 and add. So 34 plus 6 is 40, negative 4 times x. Now if I see times, I'm going to divide by negative 4. Okay, 40 divided by negative 4 is negative 10. Okay. Okay, that's 2. Now the other side. Okay, example 3 will be done here. I'll be using 4 boxes, and example 4 will be done here. Okay, so example 3. I have 7 parentheses x minus 5 equals 42. So the multiplication number is 7. But I times it by 2 things. I make that plus negative. I put a 1 in front of the x. So I'm going to take 7 times 1x and then times negative 5. So I write x down, 7 times 1 is 7. Then negative 35. So I line up the equals. I drop the plus sign down. And then 7x, negative 35. So the parentheses and the 7 go away, and there's nothing else over there on that side, so I just have 42 on this side. Okay, now make your wall. You can make your wall here because that's the only x you have. You don't have to do the v, okay? That's only done if the x appears twice. So I got times 7 and plus negative 35. So I got to take negative 35 to 0, so I go forward 35, forward 35. Means add 35, by the way. 7 times x. 42 plus 35 is going to be 77. And then 7 times what number? 77. Well, I'm going to divide and find out. 77 divided by 7 is 11. Okay. Alright, then we get example 4. I have 5x minus 3 parentheses x plus 6 equals 50. Okay, now this one's a little bit hard, okay? The number you're going to multiply is negative 3, not 3, okay? Because it had a minus in front of it. So 3, 3. And you're going to circle your plus, so you're going to times negative 3 to 1x. And then to 6. 3 times 1 is 3, 3 times 6 is 18. So I line up the plus sign, I've got 3x and 18. Now cross out the parentheses and the negative 3. You still have a 5x here, so plus 5x. And then I have 50. Okay, I'm not going to make my wall because I see x twice, okay? Well, I just make the v and I write add, okay? So what are we adding here? Well, 5 and 3. There's no negative, no minus. 5 plus 3 is 8. So 8x plus the 18. Okay, now the wall comes in. 8 times x plus 18. Get your 18 to a 0. You go backwards 18, so minus 18, minus 18. 50 minus 18 is 32, and then 8 times x. Now divide each side by the 8. 42 divided by 8 is 4. Okay, example 5 and example 6. Okay, example 5, we have negative 8, parentheses 2x minus 1 equals 36. So again, put a times dot, so it's negative 8. And make sure you got a plus in the parentheses, plus in the number after it's negative. So 8 times 2x and negative 8 times 2x, negative 8 times negative 1. So x, negative 8 times 2 is negative 16. No x there, negative 8 times negative 1 is 8. So line up your equals, line up your plus. And you have negative 16x on one side of the plus and then 8 on the other. So then the parentheses and the negative 8 are gone. There's nothing else there, so it's 36. Now, how many x's do we see now? Just one, so I can make my wall. So times plus. Take your positive 8 to 0 by subtracting 8. 36 minus 8 is 28, and I have negative 16 times x. Now I divide by negative 16. When you divide, it's by the same number with the same sign. Okay, so I take 28 divided by negative 16. Negative 1.75. If I get a decimal, I get a decimal. Okay, example 6. We have 9x minus 6, parentheses x plus 1 equals 6. Okay, so I need to get rid of the parentheses, so I put a times dot there, and that's negative 6 that we're going to be multiplying. When it's got the minus in front, I go plus negative, and I distribute negative 6. So I got a plus there, be 1x, so times 1x. Then after the plus, we have 1. So right, x, negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. Don't put x there. Negative 6 times 1 is negative 6. So I line the equals up, and I align the plus. So I have negative 6x, and then I have negative 6. Now you got to cross out the parentheses and the negative 6, but we still have a 9x, so plus 9x. Okay, I don't make the wall because I see 2 x's, okay? You see 2 x's, you're not ready to make the wall. You connect them and write the word add, okay? That's ADD, add. So I have 6, and then I write x down, and I'm adding 6, 9 plus negative 6. That'd be 3. And then I've still got a negative 6 without an x. Okay, wall comes out. Get your negative 6 to a 0, you'd plus 6. So 6 plus 6 is 12, and then you got 3 times x. So 3 times what's 12? Well, how about I divide and find out? Divide by 3. 12 divided by 3 is 4. Okay, last page. Okay, so example 7 will be done here. Example 8 will be done here. Okay, I've got negative 2, parentheses 3x plus 9 equals 24. So again, you got parentheses, so you need to distribute your negative 2. Here's the plus, so I'm going to take negative 2 times 3x. Then after the plus, we have 9s, and then times 9. So I write x down. Negative 2 times 3 is negative 6, then negative 18. So align your equals and align your plus. So we got negative 6x and 18. So the parentheses and the negative 2 are gone. We have 24. Okay, now how many x's do we have? Just this one. So the wall goes up, dot circle. I get the 18 to a 0. So I would go 18 backwards. So minus 18, minus 18. 24 minus 18, 6, and then we have negative 6 times x still over there. Okay, now you do the opposite of times, which is to divide. Okay. These cancel and I have x. You don't cancel these, you actually divide because your x needs an answer. -1. Okay, example 8, last problem. 7 parentheses 2x minus 4 plus 7x equals 49. Okay, so we have the 7 there. That's the one I multiply twice. Make sure you have a plus negative, okay? It doesn't have to be plus negative, but if it's a minus, you need to now make a plus in the number after it negative, okay? So the 2x, then after the plus, we're going to times it by -4. So I put x, 7 times 2 is 14. Then don't put x there, 7 times -4 is -28. So align your equals and align your plus. So 14x and -28. Now put your 49, now cross out the parentheses and the 7, but we still have this 7x, so plus 7x. Okay, now don't make your wall because we have two x's, two different x's are on the same side of the equals as they always have been so far. Okay, it's going to change in the next assignment, but you make your V, okay? You connect the x's. So 49, then you write x down one time, and you add 14 and 7, so it'd be 21. Then we add the -28. So now the wall comes in, and then the times is circled, the -28. So you get from a negative to 0, you move forward on the number line, so plus 28. Forwards this way, backwards this way. Plus 28 to the 49. So 21 times x. Okay, 49 plus 28 gives me 77. Then I divide each side by 21. Get kind of a funky looking answer here. 3.6 repeating. But that's right, just put a bar over the 6.